These guys are not experts.
And I'm not sure they're even that smart.
They do like video games.
And I guess you could say they're funny.
Sometimes.
Well, they do like to talk.
And they do have opinions.
It's time for Video Game Replays!
Hey guys, welcome in. We're back another week. You thought you might not see us, but we're not gonna lie to you. We said we'd be here with the best game of all time. Here we are. I'm hosting today. It's CJ. To the left, right, or above, or possibly down of me, our Asian friend co-host.
Wrong way for me.
Okay. Either way, it works for you. Oh wait, we're confused. Oh. Yeah. Either way, hey guys, how you doing?
Oh, it's me, Big Dilf. You already know, in the building.
All right.
You think we've never done this before?
I know.
I know. It's a rusty day for some reason. The cold's got us all shriveled up and brains frozen, I guess. Cold
Very
everywhere.
cold.
I don't think anybody in the U.S. is safe right now from that cold. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No.
But in order to break the ice, got a question for you. Got a good question this week.
Uh-oh.
What
All right.
is, Larry? I'm gonna go in seniority of video game experience. What is
Okay.
your best video game memory or moment in a game?
Ooh.
Yeah.
This one is not mine. And I really wish you gave me a heads up on that one because I'm probably gonna spoil something, but I'll still share it either way. I am probably 7, 8 years old. Video games are new to me, and we are at my grandmother's house, and my older brother, who looks like me but is much paler and uglier than I am, he was playing Metroid, and he has been playing this for months. He's done it the hard way of going through with graph paper and doing all that, writing down passwords, blowing up every little block, everything. And I've watched him through this whole adventure. And either way, he gets to Mother Brain. And I'm there with him. I'm the little brother, just all like, oh God, dude, jump. And he's like, shut up. Oh, the intensity is just rising and rising and rising. And he beats Mother Brain. He kills it. And we're like losing it. We're hugging, we're high five, like, yeah. Well, spoiler on a 40-year-old game, let's just say that's not the end of it. And at that point, we all kind of lose our shit, and then the intensity comes right back.
Yeah.
That definitely is the one that's ingrained in my head. It'll probably be one of the last ones I recall much later in life when I'm playing VR and I'm stuck on the Axios on Wally. So, but that's mine, definitely.
I like it. Aiden, followed up. That's how are we?
I have so many gaming memories, it's hard to pick. We're in like a generation now where, I mean, it was obviously the same for Larry, but not as easy as it is to be a gamer as it is nowadays. So I've been gaming since I can remember. I have 3 memories that were some of my favorite that I can't choose from, so I'm just gonna lay them all out. There was one memory where it was Black Ops 3 Zombies. It was on Horizon Drug, and I was playing with, I want to say it was me, my buddy Mason, and my buddy Kevin, and we were playing, trying to do the Easter egg on Horizon Drop forever, and we all sucked, so we never got it. And like I'm talking like we might have been over a year trying to get like every couple days out of the week we try it and we'd always fail. And the one time we got it, that was a great memory. I can always remember we were like, oh hell yeah, finally. Just the relief of actually getting the Easter egg when you're all suck at the game. Another one is on Rainbow Six Siege with my buddy Kevin. We also kind of sucked at that game too. I mean, there's a pattern here, but we played this game forever, and we played with some of our friends that suck, so they kind of drug us down as well, admittedly. But we were trying to get plat in this video game, and I'm talking seasons and seasons, and some of these seasons are like months long, so like years trying to get plat, and we hit plat, and that feeling was also great. And I want to say I have to get a Fortnite memory in here because Fortnite was probably the biggest game of my life that I was a part of during the prime. And I want to say it was me and Kian, and we were doing a cash. It was one of the tournaments, and on our last game, we finally. And these tournaments are hard. Like back in the day, these were hard. Like you're playing against real good like PC players, and we got enough to place in the tournament, and we got enough points on the last game, and we were all freaking out. Like we were grinding that tournament for hours. And we actually did it. I think that was my third memory. All my memories have to do with like accomplishments in game. I'm definitely forgetting some, just funny moments and everything. But yeah, I think that's what I got.
You guys are making me feel terrible because this whole time I'm trying to think, and I feel like mine's not nearly as accomplishing by any means. I feel like you guys have me beat there. I think probably one of my earlier best memories, I guess, looking back on it, is I used to play Battlefront 2 on the original Xbox with my dad, and I thought I was so good at that game. I mean, I'm talking, I was like 4, but I thought I was so nasty at this game. And I'll never forget the day that he showed me I was not that great at the game, and might have kicked my ass left, right, up, down, and my brother got the worst of it for years going forward. So I think that bridges me into originally kicking my brother's ass repetitively on Mario Super Strikers on the Wii. It was the soccer version of Mario, and I found a little spammy glitch to where if you won the kickoff, you could do your power move every time. And I think the score was like 285 to 1 before he quit. Like it genuinely, because the clock stops when you do the power move. So it's like every second I'm getting 4 to 5 points off this power move. Kicking his ass. I was so happy about it. Aiden, you made me think of one late with the Fortnite memory. Everybody that's tuned in at all probably has figured out I'm not the most inclined gamer when it comes to the skill level. I had the team on my back in Fortnite. We're playing squads of 4. Don't really remember who I was playing with, but for us Fortnite gamers that know, I was in Loot Lake at the buildings on the shore. It's just me and one other dude left, and I have 0 kills. So my team's pretty much given up in me. And this is pretty early, so not everybody's building crazy, but this dude's building up on me. And he built a ceiling over him by accident, I guess. I don't know. But I shot my pumpkin launcher, and I hit the back of it and killed him. And I was maybe the proudest I'd ever been in my life. And my team was probably shocked, probably all on their phones. But the hooray I gave was the biggest like yippee of my life at the time. I'll tell you that. I know that was a big one.
I got to give one more shout out. It was me, Ryan, and Kevin playing Apex Legends, and I played this game for years, and there's definitely a lot of great memories there. I think it was Kevin. Kevin was always annoying to play with. He'd play this character. God, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But Octane. He was playing Octane, the character's name, and he'd use his jump pad and just go try to fight the whole team by himself and instantly die. And we'd get so mad at him every time, and that was always funny to me. So I had to throw that out there. That reminds me of CJ playing games too.
I'll throw out a moment of memory, but it's also a moment of shame. I want to say it was Madden 2010. It had Troy Polamalu and Larry Fitzgerald both on the cover.
Okay.
And for a while, my son had just gotten into it. He was enjoying it. He was, but he couldn't beat the old man. Could not beat the old man. Just solid defense, running the ball down his throat. And I can remember the game because he came out with the Saints. I, of course, am a Bears fan. And I was doing what I needed to. And I think somewhere in the second half, he got it. He finally just nailed it down because from that point on, I think I lost 3 more games to him. And I really have not played a Madden game since. And I think the first one I played was not even Madden. It was NCAA, and I lost to that son of a bitch right there. But as CJ, for y'all listen with the audio medium, that son of a bitch somehow pulled out of his ass. But that was bad advice from a coaching friend there. But just the other memory I know I have that's pretty ingrained. I'll die like damn it with that in my head. So
just started a cold spell for years to come for you. That might be on my memories too. Playing like games in a social crowd rather than just online. Top notch. I'm a little too young. I kind of missed out on the LAN parties. But that right there, that game, everybody knows I'm not the best at football games. Everybody knows. And here I am. You get the score, like a minute left. I start spamming the same damn play and catching the most bullshit passes. And
Yes.
that beats the Fortnite moment. I was amped up. You would have thought I just did like 18 lines of coke or something. I was amped up, ready to go. Like,
Well, I'm
could have
glad that you
retired
get
that
to have
day.
that. I'm glad you get to have that core memory with me because the next time I see you, the core memory will be me hitting you with a baseball bat. Just in case you forgot. I
Okay,
didn't.
okay. Well, at least we all. I mean, there's a million gaming moments. It's kind of hard to remember it all. At least we have a couple that stand out. And like you said, Larry, it's probably these might be some of like our later moments in our head. Like we're gonna be looking back on these for years to come. So I
Oh, yeah.
mean, one game I played as a kid, video game of the week, Super Mario Bros. 3. Time to get into the nitty gritty. Let's talk about it. Aiden, I'll start with you because you haven't said anything yet this episode, just a couple stories. First impression of the game. How are we feeling? You load it up, you turn it on, it's booted, bam! Paint me the picture.
I mean, this is just a classic. I mean, what are we talking about? This game's a classic. I feel like this is the point in the Mario trilogy where the games start to get actually really good, and you have that. I want. Is this the one of the first games with this style of like boards and board?
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
Maybe
think
not.
so. I was gonna say that. Yeah, I think so.
But I mean, it just. I mean, it's a classic Mario. You have the abilities, but it feels really polished. I like the directional movement in the air. Uh, yeah. I mean, classic game. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, not wrong. Larry, I know you played it maybe a few years before us. Could you tap into the initial feel?
Very likely I did play it before you. I didn't play it brand new. But I got to live through the '80s, so I got the hype train of the Wizard. I got the Mario commercial, which I don't know if you guys have watched that. I sent that to you, where the whole world chanting for Mario, and it's just
Oh,
Mario was ruling the world at that point. We had gone through the original Mario Brothers, which if you had Nintendo, you pretty much owned that game, so everybody who had one played one. Then you had Mario Brothers 2, which was the whole American version, and it was just totally different, which was fine. I mean, it wasn't a bad game, it was different. But this came out, little spoilers happened in the Wizard movie because you kind of seen the whole first level happen. But man, it was the original Mario Brothers cranked up to 10. It felt like Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, and it was a moment of where it just all just hit you at once, and it was greatness that you got to experience. I mean, it was pretty effing awesome. I mean, like I said, that's a 10-year-old Larry's aspect of it. This is effing awesome.
On the bright side, I did play it at one point in time. This was maybe my is it within my first 5 video games I think I ever played. I either played this or Super Mario World first for the Mario franchise, and this one has always grabbed me. I didn't know Mario at like age 4 by any means, but I found out this way. From playing the first one later on, that compared to what you have here, and with two's not necessarily my favorite. It's all right, like you said, it's still an okay game. I think 3 really it does what you want one to do in a way, especially from somebody my age coming back into an older game. It does what you want it to do. It's arguably one of the best Marios of all time. And I mean, one thing that really jumped out at me was the art style with the way the board's like pinned up when you first load in. It's like pulled up, curtains drawn, and I always kind of wondered. I just never thought about it. Don't think about it daily, but I was looking up some stuff, and I guess it was designed that way. It was supposed to be designed like a play. So that's why throughout the game, if you notice like things in the background or some of the platforms are like bolted in or like hanging by strings, that's why, which I didn't know. I just always liked it. So I mean, love it. I love that aspect of it. I think that might be one of the first things that does jump out at me is it's different, especially with the board, like Aiden mentioned. It's super different and fresh in that regard. So I mean, kind of thinking about how it looks overall. I mean, Larry, how do you feel about it?
It changed up Mario a little bit. You had colors and more depth colors to him. He was a little more rounder as they developed him into. Luigi had become taller, but I think he was a little bit taller in this one too. But it's strange, like I said, going back through it holds up well because it's very very artistic. It is definitely Nintendo saying we have mastered this system and we give you this great product to look at and to use because it's so sharp. It looks good. I mean, it's still 8-bit, but it just they put all the details that you wanted and you needed for it to happen. And I think that itself gave a lot of art because oh God, help me here, Hideo Kojima.
Mm-hmm.
That's the right guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's an artist at heart. That's actually what his thing was, and he got dragged into this, and he's like, "I'll make the best of it," and can't make the best. But it definitely shows how well his insight was into making a game because it's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful game. How about you, A?
Yeah, I agree. I think this game, it really turned the corner. It it looked the most polished game out of all the Mario games so far. I mean, that's really what I got to say about it is it's just polished. It looked polished. It played polished. I thought the graphics were great. I loved the board aspect of it. I mean, as you progress, I mean, you don't realize this is a big game. Like, it's not like a game you can just beat in an hour. Like, you gotta
Mm-mm.
like the boards it's gonna take you multiple hours because the boards progressively get bigger. You have to defeat these things, and on the board you might find one of those hammer guys or axe guys that suck ass playing. But yeah, I mean, this game looked really good. I gotta say, I like the board designs. Uh, it looked good, very polished. What can I say?
Yeah. I mean, you guys are nailing it, really. I mean, to me, for the time, this is still comes out, in the late 80s. This is one of a kind. Larry, I think you put it perfect. I mean, this is really, they mastered the system at this point. This is them really showing off what they can do with the NES at this point. It's, hey, everything that we've learned, here it is. And they slam it to their franchise guy. And I mean, it looks, yeah, I think polished is a really good word for it. It looks beautiful. I mean, just the way it plays, the movements, so much better in the old games. They add the sprint aspect to where you can actually gain the momentum to jump. You can not slide necessarily. Well, you can slide down hills, but when you're running and you have to duck and you kind of like crouch slide kind of thing. I mean, everything that they're adding movement wise and graphic wise to this is amazing. I mean, the new enemies that they're putting in. I just think they really, like you guys said, they slammed everything that they could, bases loaded, and knocked it out the park. I mean, they kind of set the baseline for platformers going forward with, hey, look at all these different scenes that we have. It's not just you're progressing through the grass world the entire time of the game. It's, hey, grass world. Every game has a desert world now. Hey, let's go into the ice world. Let's do the water world. They really set the baseline for it, I think. I know we played Kirby that came out later than this, and I think Kirby probably did take some inspiration from it as well, with just moving through scenery and different levels and stuff compared to some other things of the time.
Oh yeah.
And I mean,
I
to at least go now, you go ahead.
I'll just compliment what you said that I forgot to bring in when I was saying I really like the different boards and aspects and vibes that the design of the different boards felt like. The water board, I tell you, one board that it looked really good but it was annoying to play was when the water level was rising up and down and that big fish was chasing after you. Like,
Yes.
it looked nice, and you have all these different boards. You have was there, I don't remember, was there snow in this one?
Oh yeah.
If there
There's an ice
Yeah,
board.
yeah, yeah.
I think it was 6.
Okay, yeah, I stopped around
Oh yeah.
6. But there's ice boards, water boards, desert boards, regular boards, sky boards, boards on ships, castles. Like, this game, like, it's a big game, and it's, I like what Larry said, it really they brought everything that they had and put it in this game, and it shows.
The
100%.
I'll say just because you've reiterated that it is a huge game. I mean, especially considering the original Mario could be beaten in 5 minutes. I
Yeah.
don't know what the world record on this one is, but I mean, truthfully, what was a 20-minute game for any average player who was able to beat Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Brothers 3, yes, you can rush through it, you can jump through levels, you can warp levels and all that stuff. But to play it all the way through or even to warp through it, it's going to take you some time. And there's just a lot of variations to every level. And I mean, I don't know, did you guys have a particular level that was your level? What was your favorite, if you don't mind me asking that question?
Okay. I think I could say favorite board at least, not really a specific one. I really liked being like Mini Mario where everything was huge. I loved that one. I loved it as a kid. I loved coming back to it. I feel tiny in this massive world of, I don't know why, it just fascinated me at the time, and coming back to it, it was like, we're here, like we made it. This is the game I remember. That's got to be my favorite one, I think. And I hate a couple, but Aiden,
Yeah, I
what
was
you?
gonna say I was shuffling through and I definitely hate a couple like the ship ones with all the bullets flying around. Those ones are a pain in the ass. I don't love the water level ones. I gotta think it might be weird, but I like the desert ones. The desert ones feel a cool aspect, and I have this weird memory of me playing I don't remember which one is on. Is it Super Mario Bros. Wii? Is that just what
I
it's
knew that's
called?
what you're gonna say. Yeah,
Probably,
it's
yeah.
I have this weird
new
memory.
Super Mario Bros. Yeah.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii, because he says New
Yep.
Super Mario Bros. Wii at the beginning
Yeah.
of it. That just unlocked a memory. But I have a weird memory of really enjoying the sand levels in that game. So I think the sand level is probably my favorite map or board, I guess.
Larry,
I
what you think?
I'm with you. See, I do love the. I think it's actually called Giant World, right? I think it's huge.
Hmm.
I,
Yeah.
I have small disappointment that um they didn't have more of it spread out through the entire
Yeah.
world. The
Yeah.
first time comes really hard and fast at you, and it's like yes, and then it kind of progressively gets regular. I do also like the next world though, which I don't remember what it is, but you start on the ground, then you have to get in the Tower of Babel and work your way up to the clouds and
Hmm.
fight that itself, I think, spreads a lot of variance there and how the world goes. And depending on which warp whistle you get, if you get the collective of it, you may end up there. Um, because I found out I went through a couple playthroughs this past week, and the the first time I went through it, I got all three whistles, and it took you to level 5, 6, 7, which is the air,
Hmm.
world, ice, and pipes. And I'm like, oh, I wanted to go to Giant World, so I had to play the 5 just because, like I said, that's one of my favorites as well, and it's great because it comes up with the Tanuki suit and a lot of different things you can get out of
Yes.
that. But after that, my second playthrough just went straight to Giant World, just so I can make sure I get it in. I can talk about it. That's just awesome to pick up a turtle shell. It's freaking 3 times your size. So
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. No, I'm with you. That's got to be my favorite. Aiden, you're just a hater if you don't say it's yours. That's all I gotta say. To answer your question, Larry, it looks like somebody by the name of Mitch Flower Power, an hour 9 minutes and 38 seconds. Which, yeah, I mean, like you said, what 5 minutes on the first one roughly, and you go to an
yeah,
hour. Yeah. Yeah, big difference there. Big difference. One thing I probably should mention in this episode at some point, you guys that are listening or watching might not know exactly who we're talking about or what this game's about. Might be something that you just don't know. So basically, in the game, as the player, you're going to control either Mario, in mine and Larry's cases, maybe Luigi in Aiden's case, because, player ones and player twos here. Who do you got to save? You're on the mission, Princess Toadstool. Later noon, maybe is Princess Peach. You're just gonna have to figure out. I don't know. And the rulers of 7 different other kingdoms that Bowser's just kind of he's being a dick. He's going and he's transforming them all into animals and stuff. You got to save them. Previous Mario games, same thing. You stomp on most of your enemies, or you use your magic flowers and magic items. A lot of new stuff in Super Mario 3. Honestly, some of them became staples. One of my personal favorites. I love grabbing that leaf, man. Other than the way it falls, I hate the way
Oh
it
yeah.
falls back and forth. I miss it a lot, but when I get it, it's always been one of my favorites from a young age. Um, One thing I would like to point out is that when this game came out, they said, "Oh, the Koopalings, aka Bowser's kids, they came back and redacted that, not his kids." But that's what they started with. So they're just his goons eventually, but they were his kids at one point. Nintendo said, "We do what we want. We don't care. It's not them anymore." But basically, I mean, you're fighting, going up and down slopes, figuring out the world. Eventually, you gotta go kick Bowser's ass to save the princess. Typical Mario game. Just a couple quick hitters on it. This is the third best-selling game of all time. It's also regarded as, to many, one of, if not the best video game of all time. And it's been called the Mona Lisa of gaming, which I think artistically is a good way to put that for sure. So,
Oh yeah.
something I need to get out of my system there, that's for sure.
The we said third. Is that like literally like every game ever, or is that like Nintendo third?
From what I could find, it seemed like ever, which I didn't think so. But from what I could find on it, it seemed like third. I know there was a big number that they sold when it originally came out, and I guess scaled to like how much that would be now. It almost netted like $1 billion in the first year. It was like 1.5 billion if you scaled whatever it was. Can't remember if it was 9 or 19, but if you scaled it to now's money with inflation, it's like
Oh
a
yeah.
billion and a half dollars worth of Super Mario 3 sales. So that's insane. Especially, I mean, we're talking about third game of the series, second arguably a disappointment, and then if the second game was phenomenal, they knock it out the park. Maybe you get the big sales and you're like, okay, that's what it is. We're getting there. But I mean, game comes out in '89 in North America, like we said before, late in the NES timeline. Perfect looking for it. Nintendo developed and published it. And I mean, it's arguably, like some people say, the best video game of all time. I mean, could be the best side-scrolling platformer of all time. I mean, it's definitely got at least a case for that.
I think we'll put a note in this page right now, and so I'm sure at some point we'll get to have the great debate of which is better, Super Mario Bros. 3 or Super Mario Brothers World.
That's yeah. Those are my two personal favorite Mario games when we're talking strictly what the game's like. Yeah, there's got to
I
be.
was gonna mention. I watched a video of a guy that reviews like crap ton of video games that he said these are his personal games that he thinks are 10 out of 10s. And one game on there towards the end or towards up there was Super Mario Bros. 3. He had that up there. He actually also had Hollow Knight up there. Weirdly enough, but
I will
Something else we
say,
might visit in the future, huh?
to say not to foreshadow,
foreshadowing.
but Super Mario World might be in the future as well if I can get my hands on it. So we'll see. But I mean,
See.
Aiden, something you said, I'm gonna call you out on it. You said the sand level in the Wii game. What really in my head when I think of sand levels in any game, it's because of the sounds in that game specifically. And I don't think this game did much worse. I mean, obviously, years later you can do better on the Wii. How do you guys feel about the sounds? I mean, Larry, what do you think?
Well, again, it's iconic. I mean, the soundtrack, the music to this game sticks in your head. To some folks, it is Mario music. I think I find myself music-wise, I tend to have more of the original one stuck in my head. But I know I have the Grass World stuck in my head constantly. The remix of the Underground's in my head constantly.
Yes.
And then, like I say, yeah, a lot of the sounds and just the noises of everything happening. You mentioned getting the leaf just a bit ago. I love that magic poof
Yes.
sound that happens when you switch over to that. That's like, dude, again, that's just one of those, like, if I could just change clothes, that'd be exactly how I would do it. Just poof, like there I am.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
just
with
it's
you on that.
they worked hard on it, and I'm ashamed because I cannot remember the composer's name for the life of me, but I know that he is he's one of the gods of Olympus of Nintendo, and did an excellent job here as well.
Koji Kondo. That
Yeah,
man.
there we go.
That is him. Yeah, he knows how to do it. Aiden, do you like anything on the sound world that might remind you of the Wii one?
Uh, I mean, I really like the sounds of this game. The boards having different sounds. I mean, I even down to the sound designs of enemies. I like. I really like this. It's kind of like oddly specific, but I like the sounds of when you're shooting fireballs for some reason. I don't know
Yes,
why.
it's so
I just like that
nice.
sound. And when they hit, and when you kill an enemy with it, it's like the sound of it and everything is just so satisfying. But I
Yeah,
mean, the
no,
sounds are
I'm with
great.
you.
I like what Larry said. They're iconic. It's really interesting going through some of these NES games playing, and you realize how much of these video game soundtracks are still used and still part of the culture zeitgeist in today's society. It's crazy seeing the origin. Like I'll play a game like DuckTales Moon Level. I'm like, what the hell? I've heard this like the other day. Like it's wild. It's something to appreciate. It's sound design and soundtracks are definitely underappreciated in this game, and this is one of those examples where it's a classic. It's iconic. It's a staple. It's very good.
I'm with you. I really love what they did with a lot of the sounds in it. I mean, it screams to me. It screams nostalgia is the first time you go underground, and it's not just the original underground. They add the jazz to it. You know what I mean? They give it the show hands. They got the drums in the background. It seems like if you were to go see any just one of your favorite artists with an orchestra is what it felt like. Instead of it being in a recording studio, it felt like they used the orchestra for this one, live music in the background, which I guess plays into the theme of it being a play, but you guys really you hit it, both of you. I mean, it gets stuck in your head. It's huge today even. I mean, the enemies and the power-ups alone is a lot to appreciate. The different boards, their different sounds, there's just so much sonically to appreciate about this game, and it's why a lot of people do regard it so highly. I gotta agree with him. I love it.
Well, but again, I'll give props to Koji Kana because if I recall correctly, the sound chip in the Nintendo has to be programmed. So basically, he had to make every sound that you hear. So to
Huh?
perfection, he tunes it and puts it, and then makes music from it. And I'm like, dude, that's
That's
just the
crazy.
concept. That's ridiculous.
This is next level.
The Kanye of the '80s, man. I mean, we've been talking pretty highly of it so far. Larry, give me your biggest gripe with the game. I mean, really, what pissed you off in it? There's a couple for me. I want to know what you're thinking.
I'm I'm gonna go with the fact that I've played it on the original Nintendo. I've played it through emulators. I've played it on the Wii. I've played it in a handheld. I've played it on the Switch. The one thing that this game should have had back in the day was a save feature. The ability to save. That way it would be easier for someone to go through and play every level. Because every time that you started this up truthfully, without any like save state or any sort of emulation really making this happen, you started at World 1-1. And again, like I say, I got that tune in my head. Love it. But it also, in the same token, it's like, here I go again. Because you know you're going to just destroy 1-1 at this point. You should if you've played it for
Yeah.
30 years. But it's the aggravation is just the inability to save at a level built into it. Um, I mean, like I said, they had already had batteries. They had already had that ability to it. It becomes a staple in later games where, if you've completed something, your progress is saved. It should have started here, though. And again, that's just a credit to how huge the game was. And that's my biggest gripe towards it. Um, I do want to step back real quick, though. I got that song in my head for when you fight Boomer, who's the guy in the castles.
Mhm.
When you run to him, it's just like that build up. Dun, 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 dun. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, it's like such a fight. Like, they all put that in Street Fighter or some shit.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, biggest gripe, really, like I say, it's hard, but it's just the ability to save somewhere or at least save your progress. I think you have three. No, no, not even on this one. You only have three save files. You just push start and go.
Hmm.
So.
Yeah. I could see that. I definitely, if it wasn't for the save feature, it would have pissed me off coming back to play it at least. So, yeah, I could see that being a big fallout of it. I mean, Aiden, what's you agreeing or you adding to it? You think
uh,
any mobs or
I actually
worlds
have
got you?
I have a few gripes with the game. A couple of them are just gripes on enemies that I dislike. One thing that I dislike about the game, it seems like compared to some of the other Nintendo games that we've played so far, it seems like the difficulty of this game is just the time it takes to get to one spot if you don't have a save state. So I agree with Larry. That's where the difficulty comes from because each individual specific level isn't necessarily hard. It's pretty easy, rather easy, and the bosses are very easy. Like I say, my biggest gripes are probably on the bosses. All the mini bosses or mini Bowsers or Bowser's children, whatever the hell you want to call them. They're extremely easy. Some of the ones with the wands that shoot shit are a little bit more difficult, but I mean, once you hit them once on the head and they're coming down from the shell and about to start, you can just time your jump right and pretty much kill any of them pretty consistently. For bosses, they're kind of a letdown. Maybe I'm comparing them too much to some of the harder games I've played. I mean, we just got done with Castlevania, Ninja Gaiden, and Mega Man. Larry, you're looking at me like,
thought you was gonna say it, man. I was gonna say I'm ready to take a drink.
oh, oh yeah, Elden Ring. No, not quite. Elden Ring's a different level of hard. Elden Ring's a different level of hard, but yeah, 'cause maybe I'm comparing it to some of the other NES bosses that we played that were really difficult. But the mini bosses, I believe I've beat this game before, but this time I only made it to World 6, towards the end of World 6, and I did not. I mean, there's 8 worlds. I have not played a boss that gave me any sort of trouble at all. I think at that point I had like 18 lives or something like that. But also, I want to give a big fuck you to. This is very specific and it's only on a couple levels. It's the candles with the little flame. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little
Yeah.
flame, like, oh, and they just follow you no matter what. Even if they're off screen, they'll just follow you, and they are a pain in the ass. I want to give a big fuck you to those. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got.
Yeah, no, I can add on that. I definitely think that the candles pissed me off a good bit. A couple of the enemies pissed me off. One, it's in a lot of Mario games, but it gets me is the dude that throws the spike shells from the cloud. Just fuck off, dude. Just fuck
Oh,
off.
like it too?
Like, yes, dude, I hate him. I hate him so much. It always pisses me off. There's a specific water level. Yeah. There's a water level where at the beginning, you start on land and you dive into the water, you see him, he's throwing them. You go down far enough and he stops. But at one point, you just barely have to come up. I mean, where he might be a pixel in screen and he doesn't stop the rest of it, no matter where you are. And that level pissed me off. I died 3 times right at the exit because I couldn't swim right. Because to add on to that, I hate swim levels. I've always hated swim levels. I don't think you should take them out of the game by any means. Swim levels, terrible. Hate them, not good. I don't like swimming in Mario. Maybe it's just a me thing. The only other problem I ran into, and it was kind of my fault, I hit a shell, and it was bouncing back and forth. As it was bouncing back and forth, maybe 3 more-ish enemies walked in. Got a little frame drop, but I mean, that's what it took. So I was kind of shocked because I never had experienced it before. I think it's a one-off anyway, so overall, not too much to hate on. Not really too much to hate on.
No.
But I mean,
I want to just. You guys talked about enemies. I didn't really bring up enemies. I guess I do find it interesting. One, this is the introduction of the Boo, the little ghost that comes out. He shows up in this one. That little son of a bitch is quick in this game.
It is
yes.
quick in this game. I
He
found
kind
a
of
way
creeps
around
up
it,
on
though.
you. What's that?
If you have 2 boos and you're like, oh shit, can't have one to look at. They keep when you turn to look away, there's a little pause before they start moving. So if
Yeah.
you're holding still, you can just look back and forth, and they'll both hold still if you're waiting. So I found a way around that. If they'll just hold still.
Little
Yeah.
cranky Mario for you.
Yeah, they'll hold
So
still.
yeah, they it threw me off, like I said, because I think every game beyond this, even started Super Mario World, they slow down a lot. But I mean, this one here, if you turn your back on, that son of a bitch is on you like you owe $5 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Honorable mention, the sun. Not a fan of what he does at all. Or the angry sun in the sky. Not a fan. Or the tornado. Fuck both of them.
Yeah. The somewhere, and I can't remember exactly what spawned it, but there's a conversation somewhere about that imitation fake sun thing. like what is it? Where's it come from? Because it's not the sun. Because you kill it and the light's still up there, so it doesn't go dark. But there's, and I don't know. I mean, he's only shows up at one level, and it's just
Yeah.
it's. What the fuck are you, dude? What are you
Yeah.
really?
He's cosplaying as the sun, I guess. It reminded me of the sun and moon bosses from Kirby, dude. And it just kind of pissed me off seeing it
Look,
because
gee.
of that, honestly. So you heard it here first. Kirby robbed Mario for that sun. That's why you never see it come back either. Kirby ran away with it.
CJ got triggered.
Yep, pissed me off. Said I told him, they called me up, when they were making the game, and they asked should they keep it or not, and I said not after that level. Just drop it. Just like LeBron said, So I mean, flip the coin. Favorite part of the game. Deal in the building. How do we feel? Favorite things. Point them out. I should have went first. You're gonna say some things, and Larry's gonna say some things, and I agree. But go ahead.
I really like. I gotta say the boards and all the. My favorite part of this game is really the variety. It's such a big game, and a lot of these games you play through. We played a game recently that really hit on this called Felix the Cat, which it got stale, and you played the same thing constantly, and it got so stale. But this one, you mix it up a lot, and you have boards where, oh, this ability is better on this board. You have the leaf ability best on this one. The fire ability is better in water. It's really the variety is the biggest strength in this game. I like, obviously, the soundtrack is peak. It's very good. It's iconic. And I will say, this is very weird, and this is definitely something that neither one of you are thinking about saying, but I love the cute little squid in the water. I just love the way he looks. For me, he's just like such like a cute little squid. The white one that I think in the Mario Kart games he puts ink on your eyes while you're trying to see, but that cute
You-
little squid is just so cute.
Do you like the squid, or do you like the one with the babies, and when the babies all scatter, or even got the one chasing you?
I don't like that.
I just like the white squid. Just like the base one,
Plain Jane.
not the one chasing you. Just the plain Jane base white squid. He's so cute, and he couldn't hurt a fly. He's just a nice guy.
Just
Yeah,
chilling,
I mean-
he's there.
He's just chilling. He's just there. But yeah, I mean, okay, game's great. I love the boards. It really changes the game. It's fresh. The boards. We say that a lot on this podcast. It's fresh, but it truly is playing all these different types of games and from a new perspective of someone that didn't play a lot of these games. It's definitely fresh, and it's game changing. Really.
Fair to say.
How about you, C? What you wanted to go, man? What's your favorite things here?
Yes. I know one thing I don't think you guys are saying. I'm gonna back Aiden up. It's not the squid. I'm gonna start out strong with it. The mini games, perfect. I'm so glad that there's mini games. Like, I'm a gambler at heart. You throw some slot machine mechanic up in my face, dude, I'm all over it. Flipping the cards, I'm all over it. I mean, I love it. It kind of goes into add with the boards, I guess. I love that there's moving pieces on the boards. Like the drawbridges, the enemies that'll move around, and eventually you might be able to work your way around them. But most of the time, eventually, got to pick your path. Who you fighting? Which boomerang hammer guy are you fighting? I really like that it's interactive like that. To me, the movement alone makes this more than an infinity times better than the first Mario. I think the detail, the little cutscenes, even though they might be repetitive and it's just different animals, I love that it's there. Everybody knows it's iconic stuff. I mean, it goes on. The princess is in another castle. I love it. I love the variety of enemies is nice that you have a little more. You don't necessarily have the best backstory, but you have a little more depth with the enemies. To at least try to counter Aiden's point, they kind of were some baby shit in Aiden's words. I kind of do get that. But at least for the feel of it, I think a lot of the levels might get difficult. I don't think the bosses specifically get difficult, but it just feels really good to play through. I mean, it's so smooth. Larry, like you said, I mean, they just mastered their system at this point. I feel like you progress through the game really well. It just feels good to play. It feels really good to play.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that. It does, and that'll lead into what I feel about it. I think one of the things I really do love about this game is, yeah, I don't think it's. I think that the bosses are there to kind of help build more outside of just Bowser every level. So they gave some variety, some different cosplay options, and that's why I like to say they were kids and now they're not his kids. Um, but I think the real gratification is beating the levels. And I think even later in the life, like that's where things like Super Mario Maker come in, because you're not going to play a world like this. You're going to play levels, and just getting good at those, putting your Twitch skills into play, that all shows. And I think, like I say, you feel good when you've beaten some boards on here, that you've done it. You yourself have mastered the thumb ninja art that is NES. I myself, I want to say that one of the other things I really love about this is the little, I don't want to say details, but I can't think of a better word for it, but the little small things that get thrown in this game that you don't see a whole lot of. Level 5, the Tanuki suit, it's very rare in this game. It's basically that's a whole lore to it thing, but something about some big bald Japanese raccoon thing or something that brings good luck and fortune. Look up a video on it, but it's a real thing. But it's like the leaf where you have the tail and you can fly, but you can also turn into a statue. It's a rare item.
Yeah.
There's the one level where only one level in this whole fucking game, and they made this thing where you have a boot that you can kill the enemy and get in the boot and jump around. I don't know why. It's like the funnest fucking level in this whole damn thing.
I don't know if I've ever played that one.
I want to say it's in Giant World, dude. I think that's where it was.
I think
and
so.
like you go through about three different levels of it, but there's a little green guy in a boot. He'll jump around, and you got to hit him from the underside, and then the boot's still there, and you hop in the boot, and now you're Mario hopping around in the boot.
Yeah.
It's just like you say, you like cutie, go find that level.
For real.
There's a white boat. Did you ever see the white boat anywhere? It'll
I don't
pop up
think I
after a
saw the
level. It's a coin ship, I think is what it's called. And it'll feel like one of the end level ships, but all you do is collect coins on it. And that's, you got to have some certain thing have to happen. Like the little pop-up card. Did you have the little pop-up card came that had the match game in it?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that has to have a certain thing has to happen for that to trigger. This
Oh,
white boat
okay.
one is something to do with
Okay.
like getting threes or ending with a 3 or something in your, I don't know. There's some
Hmm.
weird shit that's happened, but there's all kinds of that shit in this game, which adds another level of, you're playing it and suddenly there's a white ship. Where the hell did that white ship come from? And you get on it, and like I say again, it's a little reward for it. But the fact that they took the time to put these small pieces in this game on top of this masterpiece that they had, it's, if you want to call it like the Mona Lisa, it's almost like staring at the Mona Lisa for an hour and realizing that in the window there's a reflection of the painter. I don't know if there is or isn't, but I'm saying it's that kind of shit moment. And you still find things that happen after 30 years of playing it, that these little small things kick up, and it's just like it's amazing that they just put so much depth into this with little small things happen. There was something I'd watched somewhere that something has to happen where your score has to be at least a 7,000 for something to trigger. And I never have been able to do it. And they said it's not worth hunting it down. I'm like, it is if you want to see it, but
right.
so
I'm with you.
But to me, that's the little small things like that. I think that's what I really, really like, is that they added them to keep you coming back, because this easily could have been a good platformer that you beat and move on, but there's something else you missed.
Yeah, I gotta say, I agree with what you said, and these little things, they touch on something that I forgot about when I was saying the level of polishness in this game. I mean, it rivals Kirby, like the smoothness that it feels. Kirby's Adventure, and Kirby's Adventure was later down the line. I mean, the level of attention to detail and the movement and how polished this game is all around. The soundtrack, there's from a game mechanics aspect of this game, there's not a whole lot of anything wrong at all with this game. When we've been playing some of these NES games, like you find like, oh, that looks a little wonky, or oh, that feels weird when I do this, or when I jump this way, it looks weird. You don't really have this in this game. It's for the time, it really feels like a game that I could download this game on my phone and it's be from this like a modern game on my phone, and I'd be like, oh wow, yeah, this game is really polished. This is a really good game. Like, even if it came out today, like, it's that level of polished from the 80s on the NES. It's just spectacular.
No, I'm with you both. It feels great. I mean, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a big knapsack here. Aiden, I'm gonna throw it to you. I want you to catch it, put everything that you think about this game into one big final thought bag. Write final thoughts on it. Sign your name. I want to hear it. Let's see.
Well, yeah, like I said, I'm definitely someone that likes I hunt the difficulty. I like a challenge. This game is kind of more on the easier side, but I mean it still gives you a challenge. And like I touched earlier, it's very polished. The soundtrack is iconic. The levels are iconic. The enemies are iconic. Everything about this game is just great. It's truly an NES masterpiece. I think it's very good. Uh I don't really have a whole lot of negatives to say on it that I didn't already touch on, but yeah, this game is definitely it's one of them ones, as they
Yeah.
say.
One of them ones. Do me a favor. Not too loose. Not too tight. Pass the bag over to Larry. It's not full enough. Come on, we gotta add some more.
There you go.
Final thoughts, Larry. Sign your name.
All right. I know that this probably has been talked about more than most any game in the world, but we have to give our respects to it. It I it's the icing on the cake of what Nintendo brought to save video games as we knew them in the 80s. It's fun. Anybody can play it. Boys, girls, it don't matter. It was just something that you could do and be happy that you played it and you could share it and you got your value out of it. I mean, there's so many ways you can describe how great this is and that it's hard to really like say if I could complain that you just can't save a spot. You just got to play it, get good. You have to use those whistles. But it's so like I said, I don't know if we beat it to death using iconic, but it is. It is it's a level completed of video gaming that helped push Nintendo and the hobby, the love forward. And if you're listening to this and somehow you've never played this, I don't know how you got this far in this podcast. I mean, it's a whole thing, but just it's a must do. It's a bucket list item for anybody who's got thumbs.
It definitely, and I will say just real quick before CJ, the only reason that this was not an early draft selection was because everyone knew this was going to be picked. Everyone knew this was going to fall to something, so I'll just pick a more specific game to me. Everyone knew this game was coming up. Everyone knew this game was going to be picked. It's one of them NES classics.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Hundred
see,
percent.
you can go last. Now, I'll throw you the bag, but you cannot say anything that we've already said. So sorry about
Well,
your luck.
You don't have the bag. Larry already tossed it to me, so I grab a bag off the ground. I mean, I just won't talk then. I mean, it's honestly kind of hard to put words to what this game is and what this game has done. Especially being older, like I said, I played it when I was young, but it definitely was 15ish years later than it came out. Even what this game did for me growing up, I mean, it really makes you want to keep playing video games in a way. It's enough of a challenge to where it's not making you think this is the easiest thing ever. It's enough of a challenge to make you come back, but it's not too difficult of a challenge to make you never want to play a video game again. It's got all the colors, it's got all the sounds, the boards, the background, even the way they present it like a play. I mean, they pretty much he comes out and like Larry's mentioned, he was he wasn't a video game creator. He came out, opened the curtain and said, this is my art. Take a look, buckle up. And I mean, you get the feel of it. I mean, I can't say the whole time I felt like I was in a play, but you're watching art, you're watching a masterpiece. I mean, this game is beautiful top to bottom. Like Larry said, every little detail, like Aiden said, every little sound, everything about it is beautiful. I mean, honestly. I'm going to tie this bag up, put it behind me for a second, and I will say, I will agree with something Larry said. If you have thumbs, it's a must play. If you have not played this game, I cannot recommend it enough. This is, if you can only play 10 video games ever, this has got to be one of them. This has to be one of them. 100%. Aiden, back me up, man. Back me up.
I'll back you up here. I mean, you go on most credible list, and Super Mario Bros. 3 will at least be in the top 15 games all time on most lists. I mean, it's one of them games. It transcends the NES. I mean, it stands up to today's time. It's one of those games that before you die, you got to play it. No matter how you got to get your hands on it, whether it be emulator, whether it be on the Switch. No matter what, get your hand on this game, play it. I couldn't recommend it more. It's just one of those games that you have to play if you haven't. Definitely recommend, and I'll definitely play it again at some point.
100%. I wish I played it again sooner, personally. I mean, I think when I do, at this point, get a new Switch. I'm sorry about dragging it on, guys. It's not getting fixed. But when I get a new Switch, the Mario Collection is going to have to be something I pick up. This really sparked my love for Mario games again. It makes me pissed that my Switch is brick. I can't go sit in the living room and play it. I had to gotta play it in here, but I'm gonna play it again. Larry, I know you're gonna be back. I know you were happy to come back.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, like I say, I'll admit I played this one here on my Switch. Sorry, but it's everywhere, so it's not hard to get your hands on the play. But I played it on my Switch, and it was just it. I realized the last time I played it because it has a save state feature in it. I played this 6 months ago, right before we started this, and actually I had a game from 2022 when I played it that time. So, I mean, I probably play this probably at least once every winter, right as we're starting to get to it as a quick, getting warmed up for the long game that I'm going to play in the wintertime, because that's generally where I get a lot of my gaming in. But yeah, it'll be played again. Like I say, at this point, I'll say about Halloween next year.
I like it. So good. The number in everybody's head is what everybody's waiting on here. Let's see. Let me spin the wheel. Point at Dilf. Dilf, give us the number. Give us the number. You're not under arrest. You can put your hands down. I can't even hear you. You're so
Unmute your
excited.
mic. I'm just going to keep this short and sweet. I'm so excited. I almost jumped out of my boots right there. I'm going to give this a 9.2. Or I just said a 10.2, but a 9.2 is what I'm going to give it. Or wait, I just said 9.7. I just said 9.2. Okay.
His heart's good, folks. I
9.2.
promise.
My heart's good. My brain's not. 9.2 is the number I'm sitting at. Larry, what do you got?
It dances on a lot of people's places perfection. Being that we're talking about the version, quote unquote, from the NES, it gets a 9.5 because they did not put a save feature in this game. I don't think it would have been too hard to do. There's other games with less stuff in it that they could do it in. So for me, it's definitely a 9.5, only because they chose not to add that to it.
Hey, that's fair. I'm gonna give it a little hit of our favorite drug here on VGR Pod. The only one that we condone is a little drug of nostalgia. Got to give it a little boost. This is gonna be a 9.8 for me. I think this has got to be my favorite video game ever on a Nintendo system. I think I'd go as far to say.
Oh.
I lied. Maybe I really like Pokemon, but at least as far as the NES goes, this is by far my favorite game. One of my first. Hopefully, it'll be one of my last. I'm gonna be on my deathbed and be ordering somebody to bring me 3. You gotta finish. Great things come in threes. They really capped off their NES era right there with, in my opinion, the best game on the console. Can't hate it. Can't dislike it. It's really not allowed. I love it to death.
I got to be your highest score, right?
So I was gonna say overall, that is our highest score. With a drum roll, please. 9.5, greatest game in VGR history as of now. It gets a great tier. 9.5, like I said, greatest game in VGR podcast history. Making history right now, and you guys are making history here.
It's earned a good spot in where it belongs, and it is a great game. And like I say, like Aiden says, hell, some folks will argue it's the greatest game. So can't argue. Well, you can, but either way, we gave it 9.5. So there you go.
Hey, it's hard to argue. Yeah, you had a save feature, you have us. You take out the candles, you have us. But it's pretty much what it feels like. I mean, overall, great game, and I think this is going to be a great little run we're starting here. Larry, talk to us. What's happening? What's coming up in the VGR world?
Well, just to give you guys heads up, There is save features. There is handles that you use. There is princesses. Oh, what are we coming up with? The original, the first Legend of Zelda. Let the quest begin. I came out firing. Said we seen Super Mario Brothers 3. I knew it was good. I'm gonna make the argument I may have came up something better. We'll find out.
Oh,
It. Only one
He's
way
bringing the
to
heat.
find out. Only one way to find out. Aiden, where can they find
Hey,
out?
we're coming towards the end here. Make sure to like, share, follow, comment, guys. We're really trying to build something here. We got a lot more coming in the future. Catch this right along with us. I mean, we're on TikToks, we're on the Facebooks, we're on the YouTubes, we're on the Spotifys. Pretty much anywhere that you can find us, or anywhere that you can put social media out, you can find us there at VGR Podcast. If you're listening to us on Spotify, we do video versions on YouTube. Shoot us an email if you got any game requests in the future. I mean, in different seasons, we're on season 1 now. We got many more to come. We're gonna have different systems, different variety, different games. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But this is VGR Podcast. We're signing out, and we'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Later.
Before we sign out, I have one thing to drop.
Oh shit!
What?
We're breaking the
What?
barrier. Oh no!
Pregnant. No, I'm not pregnant.
Hey, mine. Hey, mine. I don't know what you're talking about.
2 things I'd recommend everybody that's listening. We started asking each other some questions. Email us a question. Maybe your question is on the show. We'll ask each other how we feel about
Right.
it. And might even give you a little shout out if you want the shout out and say that you came up with the great question, because we went over some before the pod that weren't great. So let's get the good questions from you guys. And to end it off on our weekly Kanye West lyric of the week about the game. Great album that he had. I won't get into too much depth, but he did say, "All of you Mario, it's all a game. Interpret it how you must." And until next time, VGR
Second
Podcast.
sign out.
Signing
We're out.
For
Number
real.
2 for sure. See you
Later.
guys.
See you guys later.
Oh, I still say the correct answer is a step forward.